resort hotels. One of them was the Hotel Hartenstein, which served as the headquarters of 1st Airborne Division during the battle and is now the site of the Airborne Museum. And so they advanced through Oosterbeek. They pushed up into the outskirts of Arnhem. They got stuck in with the German defenders there, which were sort of continually building up and building up. They got about as far as this building here, which was St. Elizabeth's Hospital, which was a hospital that continued to operate throughout the battle, in spite of the fact that the battle was swirling all around in the streets and neighborhoods around the hospital. The hospital continued to operate, and it continued to treat both British and German wounded during the battle. They got a little bit beyond the hospital before the German defensive line solidified and prevented them from reaching Frost's 2-para down at the bridge. They eventually were pushed back and pushed back and pushed back until finally the town of Oosterbeek that they'd come through on the first day after they landed really became their final defensive perimeter. German units were not only pushing out of Arnhem, they were also coming in from the west and really compressing them down into a little pocket just north of the Arnhem River. North of the Rhine River. And these were their final positions. When they finally realized that 30 Corps was not going to get to them and that they were not going to get to the bridge, they decided that what they were going to do is they were going to try to escape south across the river to where the Polish positions were. And during one of the nights, they went from the Oosterbeek church, that was their rendezvous point, and trying to be as quiet as they could, they slipped over the fields to the bank of the river, and they made their way across to the other side. And that was essentially the final chapter of the Arnhem battle.
Meet your girl, to meet yourself, as once I met Marlene, my sweet Lily Marlene.
My sweet Lily Marlene.
Underneath the lantern by the barrack gate, there I met Marlene every night and day. That was a time in early spring when birds all sing. Then love was king of my heart and Marlene, of my heart and Marlene.
Oh, my heart and Marlene.
Waiting for the drumbeat, signaling retreat, walking in the shadows where all lovers meet. Yes, those were days of long ago. I loved her so, I couldn't know that time would part Marlene. That time would part Marlene.
That time would part Marlene.
How you doing, Kim?
Fine.
All right, glad to hear it. What do you think of the game?
It's probably the most impressive miniature battle I've ever seen.
It is pretty big, isn't it?
It's a lot of figures, great terrain, great scenery.
Does it look like people are having fun?
Oh, absolutely. I'm having fun, and I'm not even playing. I think it's more fun not to play because you don't get focused on one part of the battle.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can walk around and see it. So we just walk by. That's why we come up to see and see how far 30 Corps is coming up the road. So it's almost like watching a live movie.
Absolutely. How does the play seem to be pretty fast? Is it pretty cinematic?
Oh, absolutely. It's like model railroading. It's instead of trains around, it's tanks and men. So.
Who are you rooting for?
I kind of like to see the Americans finally, or the British and the Americans finally pull off capturing the Arnhem Bridge that they didn't do in real life.
That would be exciting. Don't know if it's going to happen though. We've been getting pretty shot up on the way in.
That's why you get to play the game, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Hey, thank you very much for your comments.
Miss. No hits. Yeah.
So Sean, what's happening with the German situation?
Well, we're sitting here in Nijmegen and we're being slowly pushed back. There's basically too much artillery and air support for us to deal with. And so you see they got burning buildings, and those are buildings that we were holding yesterday, and now obviously we're not holding them today. And so we're just still slowly being pushed back through the center of the city.
Do you have a contingency plan for what you're going to do?
Just keep fighting, hang on to every building, and just fight them building to building to building, and try to take down as many as we can. And we are causing casualties, but it's just if they have more and more resources to pour in, it's just a matter of time. So that's what we're going to do, just hang on as long as we can.
What so far has been your most surprising or interesting victory in this sector this period?
Well, it's been interesting, the back and forth close assaults in the center of the town there. We were able to take back some buildings that the Americans took earlier, so those are probably our biggest victories here. We also hosed a bunch of Americans coming up the road, so that was a good one too.
Well, fantastic. Martin, we're a good 25% of the way through the game so far. This is the first time we've run the entire thing. You've got 30 different people at your beck and call running this thing. How's it going?
Well, to be honest, when we started, I wasn't exactly sure how it was going. I was doing less than I thought I was going to be doing because of the amount of work that the umpires were managing to do without my intervention. So I was glad in as much as I was getting an overall feel for the game, and I thought it started off a little slow, but we seemed to pick up quite well towards the end, and the flow of the game, we really seemed to get into it.
Most of the people I've interviewed were very positive about the look and the play of the rules. Did you see anything you want to change for tomorrow, or is everything looking like it's working the way you had hoped?
I hope we're going to be able to speed up the actual movement of processing off players to different positions. They seem to be actually quite happy with it. I thought we should have tried probably to get them moving into position a little quicker, and obviously that means the game will flow more, I hope. But they seem to be more happier with it than I was, so hopefully it'll be okay.
That sounds great. I think tomorrow we're going to be on track, and I think we'll have to just check in when we're 50% of the way through this thing.
That'll be lunchtime tomorrow. That'll be great.
Well, I think I'll go off and chat with Sam and see what he has to say about this whole deal.
Thank you very much, Pete.
Sam, we're 25% of the way through. We've seen some good progress. What is your overall impression of how the game is running?
I'm really happy with the way the game is running. The systems are running smoothly, and we didn't have to change anything around. We fit in a lot more players than we thought we were going to, and players are having fun. Things are moving smoothly. Everybody was able to meet their objectives. I think we're in really good shape. I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. The only worries I have for tomorrow is just endurance.
After a hard day of fighting the Nazis, it's go time.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Tom.
Tom, how you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, thanks.
You enjoying the game?
Absolutely, it's great.
Were you in on it last night?
Yes, I was.
Oh,
4 hours.
very good. So how long have you been in the game so far? It looks like about 8 hours now.
That would be it, and I'm ready to go to distance.
That's fantastic. Now, you're in charge of some Germans right now.
Yep.
What's your unit like?
Units of rifle squad. I'm in the middle of a route right now, but what's new?